Yeah, this was Keller Peak Road. That's where I'm headed. I'm on Keller Peak Road, right, Running Springs, right outside of Running Springs. We're gonna go up and look at the lookout tower. They lost it. The fire got it. 100-year-old, I think, was the oldest lookout tower in California or SoCal. I didn't see a roadside coming in. Keller Peak Road, I believe it's called. But I figured this was it because I used to climb the towers up here. And at first it looked like it, then it didn't. Now, yeah, there's the rocks. It's up here where these big rocks are. When you get up toward the top, you got a real good view to the right, to the valley, and big old rocks. Yeah, we're getting close to the top. The Children's Forest is up here. Somebody asked about the Children's Forest. That's one thing we can look at is this is one place the fire burned over the top. Looking for the antennas. Should be seeing some antennas here pretty soon. There's the lookout, and there's comm shacks up here, ham repeater, public safety, community radio, the two-way radio. There's microwave shots up here, what they call long haul. Like LA City will shoot or somebody in the basin will shoot a microwave up to here, and it'll pick it up. Oh, there's somebody camped there. There was. It's red tag. Somebody with a walker. And the microwave will get up here, and then it'll beam it to the desert. It's a relay. And usually the long hauls are, well, is that a long haul? I wasn't in microwave. I was a RF guy. Microwave's a little higher frequency, up in the 1.3 gigs. But they have short haul and long haul shots. I believe this would be a long haul, 60 miles. But I've seen them do some short haul at 20, 30 miles. I'll have to ask a microwave guy what's the dividing line on long haul, short haul. That's what they call it. That's the microwave. Man, this road's longer than I thought. I remember it was a long, and I don't think you passed the Children's Forest. I think it was on the left coming in. Yeah, it's been. I'm trying to think last time I was up here. Ooh. Probably 5-8 years. It's been a while. I quit working commercial radio 95. But this is a public area. You can come up here and I'm trying to think the last time I was up in the tower here, the actual lookout tower. Oh man, this one's a lot taller. It seemed like a little scarier climbing up it. I can't believe I used to climb 100, 125 feet. No problem. I'd have my lunch with me up there, but now when I get up, just looking over a cliff, I don't know if I'm just getting older. When I look off a cliff now, I get a little, But I used to climb these towers, no problem. And I used to climb with some older guys, Ed Cruz and Jim Olstead was my boss. I was 20s, 30s, and those guys were 40s, 50s. Ed Cruz was, God, he was 55, 60. Because he was a dang monkey. He was probably one of the best tower guys I've ever climbed with. He was like Spider-Man. And he was a go-getter. I mean, I was in my 20s when I first started climbing with him. And he bore my ass out. He put the young buck to shame. I remember the first day climbing with him. We were all day on a tower. God, where were we at? It might have been here. Or Mount Aura. Or Heaps Peak. We get all done, we're all tired, we're at the truck. And he says, oh, we got to move that antenna. It was like a real low antenna. And he looks at me like, he's testing me. I knew what he was doing. He was testing me to see if I would put that extra in. So I strapped on the climbing belt. It was just a quick 15-minute move job. And he was testing me to see if I would, quit on him. And I was tired. I knew, I was like, damn. I didn't want to let him know that, though. Trying to impress the older guy, The shop I worked for, Ed built a lot of these sites up here, these comp sites. And the shop I worked for, my boss would loan me out to Ed for favors, and then Ed would help us out. You're not supposed to climb by yourself. Of course, back then, a lot of guys did. I climbed by myself. You're not supposed to climb in ice, which we did. OSHA would have a cow now. In fact, where I used to work, the Reynolds Communications, and they had 3 guys killed over there up on the San Gorgonio, little San Gorgonio Ridge, falling in ice chutes.
Peter's advising in May of 2021, they had a domestic violence.
That's CHP. We can get rid of that. God, this road goes on forever. We should see the towers. There should be like a long straight, and the Children's Forest on the left, and then you'll see the towers. God, I hope we don't have to go up to that ridge. That ridge is way up there. Remember if the Children's Forest is marked. I think it is. I think there's like maybe even a picnic area there. Look at that old tree. Those old dead trees are cool looking. Yeah, I think we are going up that ridge. Jeez. Here's your Keller Peak Road video. I don't think I've filmed up here before. See that pink right there? That's something right there. That stake with that pink ribbon, that's fire. If I put that there, it's for something. There's another one. It could be dozer cuts, or could be lookout points. Drainage, maybe another one right there. Getting up toward the top, I hope. We're winding switchbacks all the way up. So I wanted to stay behind that crew bus. Because, yeah, I think that's Children's Forest there. Yellow Rock. Yellow Post. That's actually a campsite. Yeah, you can... There's some campsites in here, too. Yellow Post. I believe it's self-paying. They usually have a little pay thing. First come, first serve. I'm trying to remember. But with the whole forest closed, now you can't camp anywhere. Where's the ridge line? Where's the... Looking for the towers. Usually you can see the towers. They're up 100, 200 feet. I only think I climbed, all right, fire antennas here, they were on wooden poles, little mono poles. Some of them were on like 2 poles with cross rails. The old, God, I remember getting splinters off of them. Oh, there's these rocks, big rocks. But in creosote, I remember getting creosote splinters. That stuff, bad stuff to get in your skin. I don't think they use it anymore. I guess to keep the bugs out and the moisture. Now this is starting to look like Keller up here with these rocks. Up on the skyline there, yeah, that looks, or is that a ski lift? That looks like towers. There's some big box thing. I don't remember, because I haven't been up here. There could be some new construction. I want to say there was 6, 8 comm shacks, 6 to 8 maybe. The lookout tower. The comm shacks are little 20 by 10, 20 by 20 air-conditioned buildings. You got to keep the radios and computer stuff about, most of them run about 76. And they have alarms if it gets hot. And that's what they said damaged some of this equipment was the heat. Even though it didn't actually burn the building, the heat it created inside, cut the power and the heat probably destroyed some of the stuff. Some of it's got thermal, cut off. It should shut down. Is that a drop point? Yeah, there's a drop point right there. See that DP55? That's a drop point. And see how they're collecting up hoses? They just don't look like that. Say that way. They got that barricade up there. Yeah, it's a 2-way. That's the problem is we should be getting close. Because I remember a lot of manzanita. It was a lot of manzanita up here. Take it easy in case we... Yeah, it just seems like we're getting up by the towers. Top is where the I haven't seen any signs for the children's force unless it's further up. Maybe it was. do a crew bus. Let's see. There's little turnouts. I can hit it. Getting up near the peak. There's some more of that pink ribbon. There's burn right here. See the burn scar? That looks like burn scar. Usually you can smell it. I don't smell that. But that's definitely burn scar. Right here. Stop right here at the road. I was gonna say if the tower burned, we should have to. Yeah, there's the comp set right there. See it up ahead? See the microwave dishes? And the gate. Ed Cruz came up with, see these big pipe gates? Guys would pull our pipe, the regular like chain link pipe. They'd crash them or pull them down. So Ed came up with big pipe filled with concrete. And we set the footings about 6 foot down. And we found grill parts and radiator fluid. They didn't get through. They'd come up and steal our equipment. And we think some of it was other radio guys that were dirty. They'd take it and use it or sell it. Because there's only a certain crowd you can sell that to. Well, we're getting up way up top. It's a hell of a lookout up here. They may be, yes, I'm gonna say they're probably working on restoring some stuff up here. Yeah, this is probably working on hooking up some lines, getting these power back up here, and I'll turn around up here and get out of here. I figured they'd be working up here. Am I good up? Am I good? Is it...
Oh, yeah.
All right. Thanks. Yeah, they're probably trying to get power back up here. They're probably running off generators for now until they can get some good power back up here. If I remember right, go through the rocks. Should be up here on the right. Oh, there's a trailer burn. That was like, looked like a low boy, like a dozer trailer. Don't get too see up here. I don't want to get in the rocks. Yeah. Holy shit. That's where it burned over. Yeah, the road burned. We should be getting close to the site. How you doing? Am I good all the way up?
Were you going to the tennis?
Yeah.
Yeah, it should be good.
Okay, thanks. Yeah, there's the microwave shack right there. Yeah, we're right below the site. Those round dishes are microwave. Let's see if I can finish this video up here. Should come around to another gate. I remember there was a gate lower and an upper gate to let you into different parts of the comm shacks. Here we are. That's it. Get out of here. Turn around there. I don't know how bad it is up here. Yeah, we'll turn around here. There's the tower that's burned. I'll shut up here.